Hello, welcome to Braintrust. Our series on the crisis, Young Black Men in Education, continues to be combined with another crisis, young black men in the penal system. We promise to revisit in part 1. Come, let's join us.
Oh man, the racial profiling these days is just crazy, man. I try to tell you, man, you can walk outside and the cops will be like, oh man, there's a black guy, let's go see what he got on him. And I get tired of that, for real.
I would say something like that to an extent, not just because you black, it's because of where you at. Mostly, if you live in the projects, they're gonna racial profile you just because of what you have on, because everybody wears the same thing. So when they see you with the hoodies on in the fall and the winter because it's cold, they're gonna stop you and say, oh, you fit the description because everybody looks alike.
But just because everyone's wearing, a hoodie and, wearing, dark clothes and everything doesn't mean that, he has something on him or he did something.
Doesn't mean that, but
that's taken out of the individual,
It's so common that a lot of us who in the projects, we fit the description easily because most of us shop at the same stores. We wear Timbs in the winter, we wear jeans and hoodies. We all wear that.
Okay.
So it's a description.
It doesn't mean I'm gonna go rob somebody or something.
They don't know that.
It doesn't mean that, but some dudes who do wear that do rob.
Okay,
so if you wearing what they wear, that's it. So you telling me that you're not gonna be wearing clothes that's a goth? But say I'm not a goth, but I'm just wearing goth clothes.
Okay. You got me on that one.
They're gonna look at you like that's who you are, 'cause that's what most people do crimes. That's how they dress.
You also got to think about the area that you're in when you're wearing what you're wearing. A lot of drugs are going on in these streets. So you might be in an area where there's a heavy drug traffic, and you're just walking through, and they're gonna say, hey, let me see you for a minute.
Okay, but then picture this. Picture a black guy like me going in a bad neighborhood wearing a suit. Are they still gonna finger me for something?
No, they probably
really.
You're probably less likely to get stopped. Not saying you wouldn't, but you're less likely to get stopped if you wearing a suit and everybody wearing hoodies and Tim. Not say they won't stop you because it's possible.
Well, they were responding to a police call that said the guy had on XYZ.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody on the street getting XYZ. Now everybody is subject to a snatch over.
Yeah, so it's like if where I'm from, in the winter everybody's wearing black coat, black hoodie. It's all black. So if you got 20 guys wearing black in different sections of the neighborhood, you fit the description of what they did, and you wasn't over there. But you wearing what they wear.
But only a handful, people that just, sitting there just doing nothing, and they get caught and they get, locked up for, saying, oh, he looked like you look like that guy, so that's why I'm gonna lock you up because you look like that guy.
I mean, that happens, you get arrested, but if you have nothing on you and you have no warrants or nothing, then they'll just do what they gotta do.
Yeah.
They'll search you and they find nothing and let you go.
And that depends, on how you're...
Yeah, it depends on how you act. Because if you want to be rude and cussing them out,
you got something in your pocket on the whole night.
If you cussing them out being rude, they're gonna say disorderly conduct, let's go. And then you gotta spend 7 hours getting processed for nothing.
It's making a bad situation worse, because the cop's gonna be like, oh, you fit the description, and then that cop could be like, oh, I'm gonna mess with this guy.
No, it's like
really
this time I've
you.
been stopped. And I was nice to the officer because I didn't want to go through it. The process. Through the process. I've been through that process more than once.
Okay.
So I wasn't going to spend my whole day going from this precinct to the bookings, then the wait, and then not. And if it's a weekend, I'm in jail for nothing just because I could control my mouth. So I'd be like, yes, how you doing, officer? Oh, you got something in there? So you're not going to find nothing you can check. They'll check me, and after that, they find out, they let me go. But if I said F you and this and that, they're gonna get crazy and probably beat me and throw me in the car. You know what I'm saying?
Well, don't worry about the people that does do that. Can we just be like, yo, this is what you gotta do. Don't be angry. Calm down. Talk to him on his level, something like that.
No, because sometimes people angry because they're getting tired of it happening to them.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens so often, so you can't control how you feel. It's like if you can't stop every day for nothing, you're gonna get mad. Why you always stop me for? Leave me alone. Like you gonna get out of it.
All right, Ben. Then what about the people? What about the people that are my age that are used to it? Because when the cops come and that they're coming to you, we stop, we get on the wall, we make sure that they search us.
Get on the wall, huh?
Exactly. It's like as soon as they know that they're looking at you, we just put the hands behind our head and we just let them do what they gotta do, and we tell them, and then we just keep walking.
It's sad that that's the first reaction that we look to do when we see a police police
You
officer.
just put your
And
hands
that's
up.
against the law.
Oh, here we go.
You know what
That's
I'm saying?
it. Yeah.
They're supposed to be protecting us, and the first thing that comes to mind is, what's gonna happen to me? Am I going to jail tonight? Am I spending the night in Bookers? Because he just wants to mess with me.
But it seems like you in the project, you get harassed a lot. Because I remember I was coming out my back door one day, and me and my friend just walked out the back door. Cop car swords ran up on us. Said, "Oh, what y'all doing here? Just start searching us because we walked out the back door."
Right.
What did I do?
out the front.
That is the problem.
What did I do?
Their
To walk out
question
the
is,
door?
why didn't you walk out the front?
What did I do? I didn't do anything. But
I got a similar situation that happened with me with that. You see, I didn't have my keys. The door was locked. My mom was asleep, so I climbed up my window, tried to get in. Next thing I know, cop came up to my window, had a gun pointed to my face. If it wasn't for my mom being there and me, thinking that my mom's here and I could just call her, then I probably would have been dead by now. I wouldn't be here.
You would have been handcuffed.
No,
within,
no.
Well,
you
there's
would
a
have
good
been
possibility.
handcuffed.
no, in the way how you reacted.
Yeah.
No,
You act like you was running, they probably would have shot you.
Yeah,
But it's a good possibility where you can be in a situation where the story was he reached.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
He
if he moved a certain way,
No, but I'm
that's determined.
saying that's the story. Did he actually reach?
And then there's
Or that he caught a bullet. Did he reach?
that is
You
true.
but you're in jeopardy just by the simple fact that you got a man with a gun, cop or no cop, pointing at you. Because anything can happen with a gun pointing at you. Anything can happen to that trigger finger.
Yeah, he can do it by
these
accident
guys-
on purpose.
He could be scared,
Yeah,
shaking
you
his
gotta-
hand,
And
and
just
then
hit it and
the
you
slightest
get
move
dead.
you move, he could have off with the gun and you be dead.
You going for your wallet to
But
show
the
ID.
call, but the call went through. A black guy going through a window. That was the call. And so when he ran up, he sees a black guy
that
So,
neighborhood.
going
like,
through a window.
what do you think is some reasons for most of us getting arrested?
Well, I think it's because one, we're not humble, and two,
Because we're tired.
yeah, that too. Because
Fed up.
if you're gonna be fed up about it, at least do it in a manner where you won't get locked up, or they are fighting a cop, but then he got to tie you down or put a bullet through you to make you stop. I'm just saying, do it in a way where you can go peacefully and show them that you're not going to show
Why?
hostility.
Well, it's like, why would you want to go so peacefully? If you go to the store to get food for your baby, you get arrested, you gonna go peacefully? You got baby still hungry?
Dude, if you go
I'm not going peacefully. It's not gonna
peacefully,
happen.
then everything will go smoothly
No,
and they'll let
yeah.
you
If
go
you did nothing to
faster.
be locked up.
Everything, yeah. If you did nothing, why would you want to go peacefully? It's like if somebody come in your class and just slap you, you gonna just sit there and say, "Oh, you slapped me. I'm gonna sit here peacefully."
All right, but it depends on the person. If it's a girl, if it's a boy, you see. If it's a dude, then I'm gonna stand up and do something.
Getting on topic right here, but I'm just saying, just like, if I'm getting arrested for something I didn't do, and you just trying to take me to the bookings or whatever, arrested, don't matter where I'm going. I'm going in the squad car. That's where I'm going. I don't want to be in there. It's very uncomfortable, and the handcuffs hurt. and you don't want to be in that situation. You know what I'm saying?
But you
Yeah.
adding to and feeding into. Okay, you didn't do anything. Now the arrest is going to cause because there is a charge of resisting arrest.
Yeah, of course.
Now you got a charge that you didn't need. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
Now you're going to fit the description. He's black.
Yeah.
He was black. You're going to fit the description.
Of course.
Like the kid said, well, why would I be arrested? I didn't do anything. Yeah, your profile. The guy was black, and that's probably the only description.
But you know, sometimes there's not descriptions because, like I was saying, the incident where me and my friends was walking around, and I had on a suit. It was the winter, like a pea coat. They had on they suits. We was coming from somewhere in Manhattan. We was just in the 40s. We was in the projects. We came back to where we had in Queens. So the cops rolled up on us. I was black. My other friend is Spanish. My other friend was black too. So we just at the bus stop, and the cops pulled up on us. And as guys walking behind us in hoodies, they stopped us and said, "We're looking for somebody who just got robbed, but there's no description." So there's no description of how you stopping us with suits.
Right.
And suits. And what are we at the bus stop?
Yeah.
When we gonna rob somebody, wait for the bus so we get away? Like that doesn't make sense.
Well, yeah, it didn't make sense
Yeah.
because the typical dress is not with guys in suits, guys in hoodies is the typical.
Yeah.
So they should have stopped the guys that were behind.
Yeah.
I guess that is a concern for
So
you. Right?
sometimes it's not how you dress, it's just color your skin regardless. They gonna look at you different anyway. It's like when I walk down the street, I could have them on a suit and people looking at me like they're scared, like I'm going to do something to them because I'm black.
Sure.
Just because it's like I'm wearing what you wear now. So I'm not in the hoodies. I'm not in the coat because I'm wearing what you wear. I'm gonna stop.
But like I just said that a little bit, you know. So you just proved my point there. So if I'm in a suit, then why are you bothering me?
Because you're black. But how do you feel about you being stopped and frisked for no reason?
I feel like yeah, you're just taking your anger or any anxiety you have that happened in your life on me. That's why you're stopping and frisking. That's how I feel.
It's like they're taking away your rights. Like you just, why would you just want to come and go through my personal belongings, my pockets and things for no reason?
I think it's just because he's the law and I'm just
I think they're taking their badge.
So,
taking advantage
a
of their
whole lot of them do that. A whole lot of them take it too serious.
Absolutely.
They feel like
Absolutely.
because their authority, it's like, you have a parent and a child, but they feel like they're your parent. They can tell you what to do. You're supposed to do it.
Well, not necessarily a parent-child relationship, but when you ask about the training that these guys get for dealing with other ethnic groups other than themselves.
Yeah.
All right, if I'm Italian, I've been around Italians. I know how they are.
Yeah.
If I'm Irish, I've been around Irish people. I know how my people are. But I haven't been raised around blacks.
You just hear about it.
Right, and the ratio of blacks to the police force, we're some small percentage, as opposed to the 18 to 20% that we might be of the population.
Yeah.
And these guys don't know nothing about dealing with no brothers. You understand? So when they get around, it's hostile, and it's a chance also for them to exert some sort of dominance over you, because it's like the thing that the black man, his mystique is somewhat of a dominant mystique.
So you're saying since we're bigger than them?
Well, not necessarily in height and size,
I'm
but
not bigger than
we the point of the angry black man and this and that, all those cliches that they have for us, we're like almost a mystery to these guys.
Yeah.
Because the neighborhoods are so segregated that they don't grow up with us.
Yeah.
You understand? And so now when they're on the police force, it's almost like us against them. While when they're policing their own neighborhood, they're there to serve and protect. You don't see white people, white cops shooting other white men to shreds the way they do us.
That happened, and then, like, remember a few years back, I don't remember the exact name, I think it was in Brooklyn, where that white cop shot a black dude because he said he busted the door and scared him, and he shot him, and he died. I remember the incident exactly. It was 2 years ago. It was because he was scared. He was a neighborhood. He was a rookie, and they put him right in the projects. He don't be around black people, so he's kind of nervous. He was here. So when he sees somebody, I think the boy was just running through the buildings, or he could have been chasing him, but then he just shot him. You had no reason to shoot him. He had no gun.
You know about the story with the cops shoot up that young football star?
Okay.
You know about that?
Well, you can catalog and it's so many numerous accounts of black men being on the other side of a gun with a white person on the other side.
Check how they were penalized. They got suspension. I don't know if it was
so,
with
and
pay
the
or
other guy
without
got
pay,
death,
but
right?
they were suspension. He's dead, but they're
Right.
suspended
That's
from
what I'm
their
saying.
job.
And
And then they're going to go back out there and a couple months later do the same thing all over again.
Sure, well, I think brothers have to realize that what environment we're operating in. We're operating in an environment where these guys have, you shoot now, we ask questions later. We're on the other side of the gun.
Yeah.
You have to really, like, when you have your hand in the lion's mouth, you got to really be very gentle with how you're doing it. Because before you know it, you'll be a statistic. I'm
gonna say something about like how they feel you guilty and the not guilty. I just feel like I already know who's guilty. I can't say 100%, but I know people who do whatever. You know what I'm saying? I know people who do the things and people who don't. But I feel like, for me, experience personally, I feel like the people who don't do things get stopped by the cops more than people who do, because I know for a fact, sometimes the cops is friends with them, or they, work with them, so they really don't bother them. So they're actually looking for new people to, I guess, incriminate or put them in the system.